origin metal does make sense. Important but short video, while I procrastinate the bigger ones. Okay, enough distractions. The issue. Stop saying origin metal and origin came out of nowhere. I've seen lots of people saying that. There is technology impossible for the people of Bionis and Alrest. That is too fantastical. No precedents. Well, no. Even before knowing Origin was built based on Onto's architecture, there is plenty of examples of that technology ever since Xenoblade 1 to Xenoblade 2. And that is the topic of this video. I don't like to say this, but please do spread the word by sharing this video. Just like people keep saying Galahad Fortress was destroyed, which is also false. You will see that in my Cadencia diorama video. I want to stop what I perceive as misinformation or rash accusations, sometimes just plain hate. Okay, first of all, let's recap in a few sentences. What is Origin and Origin metal? Origin is an arc designed by people of Bionis and Alrest to encode their worlds of positive and negative matter, memories and souls into light, to survive the intersection of said dimensions, which would otherwise annihilate each other, and we all know what happened then. Origin metal, or origin shards, are modular pieces that compose Origin, which are also infected or imbued or connected with the people's souls and memories. Now, what does the world of Bionis have to create Origin? Aside from Shulk's intellect, the Machina and High Entia technology were essential.
Thanks to Melia and Vinea. The High Entia and Machina have some amazing technology.
The High Entia created teleporters that turns the users into bluish particles. Teleport said particles through a red ether line beam and then reconstruct them. That is how teleportation works. Like how Origin encodes the world and people into light, to reconstruct them after the intersection, or that was the plan.
And may it last forever.
The High Entia tomb, in the other hand, stores the memories of previous High Entia emperors, and can even recreate their personalities and speak to people. So, the flame clocks and Origin will be traced back to a combination of these two artifacts. The Machina's contribution is not minor. Maineth's soul, which is Mechanis' original soul, is implanted in Fiora through a metallic device, referred to as a monado. Instead, Egil takes Maineth's place as the soul of the Mechanis later on. Both Bionis and Mechanis are Titan gods that need a soul, and Mechanis is the mechanical one. Unlike Bionis, which is a biological body that houses Sansa's soul, Mechanis has no flesh or veins, but metal to conduct or link her soul. Furthermore, the Monados, both Sansa's and Maineth's, seem to be made out of a metallic substance, and Sansa also stored his own soul in his red monado. Additionally, Mechanis' core with the Apocrypha generator was the first real monado replica, the real deal, unlike Shulk's or Mikkel's replicas, which only mimicked the physical combat abilities of the monado. The monado is a tool that regulates the waves of the ether from which the world is formed. The Apocrypha is the sphere in Mechanis' core, which released opposing waves to the ones emitted by the monado to suppress it. So, Egil's creation was also a substantial breakthrough that led to the creation of Origin and the future, after all. Origin controls the fabric of existence in Ionios, basically a giant monado. It was based on Ontos after all. So, Just with high Entia and Machina technology from Xenoblade 1, we already have the principles for the assimilation and reconstruction, as well as origin metal being infused with souls or its ability to contain souls, as seen in Lucky 7 and the Mobius droids, which are Mobius in essence, but, unlike consoles, they are not individuals, but rather the collective Mobius consciousness in an animalistic tier, given physical form through said shards, or being able to be in our reality in the physical world through said shard. Okay, let's see what the world of Alrest has to offer. Evidently, core crystal and blade technology. Core crystals were made as a replacement of human brain cells, then used to store the data of Earth, and later repurposed for Cloud's artificial cycle of evolution, creating titans that created homes and blades. Then blades become titans, etc. So, this is how the world of Alrest was able to build the storing system in their half of origin. Both sides created the blueprints together, of course, so they all made sure each side could craft the necessary components. Core crystals and blades had the issue of not being able to store or maintain memories. Each time a blade died, they returned to their crystal and later reborn in the same or an evolved shape, but no memories. A clean slate. Their information was transferred to Numa and Logos. Remnants of the blade system perdured though, like the ability to store weapons in the cloud, like the soldiers. Then Ouroboros linked to Numa with the ability of the Master Blade to wield every blade, or copy classes, as seen in Xenoblade 3, or recompose and regenerate like Ouroboros and Mobius, which are powered up by Origin. Let's not forget that just like the artifices were powered by the conduit, thus having a conduit-shaped slave generator, Ouroboros and Mobius interlinks were powered by Origin, hence why their slave generators resemble the Origin sphere wheel. The conduit is gone though, and, unless the rift also leaks energy from an unknown dimension, no new energy comes to Ionios. That's why Mobius created a cycle, recycling the energy from both worlds over and over. But you can't just create a perpetual motion machine. That's why Ionios was dying. The endless now wouldn't work in the long run. However, a collision or friction of said worlds, positive and negative matter, can generate energy. No wonder why Keves and Agnus must join in a core to power up your worlds, although the continuous exposure will eventually be unsustainable and create an annihilation event. Well, I went to the branches again. Back to Origin. How can Alrest create Origin metal? Well, Future Redeem established that Origin was built based in Ontos architecture. We need something that was related or connected to Ontos, or something metallic that connects to people or souls. The world of Bionis had Mechanis. Alrest had the Beanstalk, which was commanded by the Trinity processor. Every cable, like veins, every fiber, plus every artifice and familion, which were remotely operated by said AI. Additionally, the Sirens could merge with Malos and Mithra for a more direct control. Let's not forget the material of the artifices were some sort of alloy synthesized by the Trinity, not by humans, and they were machines built to be operated by the Trinity, again, not by humans. So, we have Mechanis and the artifices as the basis to synthesize said element, Origin metal. And the core crystal technology, plus high-end teleporters, databanks, along with blueprints of the Apocrypha, it all adds up to me. And that would be it, if I didn't have one smaller thing to add. The world of Alrest still didn't have the proper technology to store memories, if we base that on the core crystals, while the world of Bionis' memory system was a replica of the original ones and not the same soul, although this is where teleporters and Mechanis metal would come to help. But that matches the roles that each queen had, their keys of origin. Nia has the ability to regenerate and was linked to Numa for some reason, which allowed her to work in the interlink technology, which came from blades, and maybe something to do with the bodies, while Melia was needed by Mobius to be able to access the memories in Origin. So, we can conclude that her specialty was the access to the memories and soul linking, like Lucky 7. So, I hope you were able to find some peace and truth here, and I hope I get something right. Can't wait for the Xenoblade 3 artbook, although it's sad that it ended. I still want a prequel of the early Ionios, but we'll get the truth regardless. That will be it for today. Have a good one. I'm sorry for the audio quality.